So, a little update on XDefiant. For the uninitiated, XDefiant is an FPS being developed by Ubisoft in the style of a 6v6 arena shooter. It has that familiar Call of Duty boots on ground feel, and contrary to COD, refining the arena shooter formula as their primary objective, essentially aiming to be a top competitor. And even with their limited manpower, they have a real good shot at succeeding. BattleBit eviscerated Battlefield as their own game, and that was made by a 3-man team held together by spit and duct tape. Now, if you know a thing about Ubisoft, their games tend to be developed with a proprietary blend of dead dreams and broken promises.
One more thing, Eugene, give me that. If I ever find one of these lying around again, I swear to fucking God, I will stop being so polite. Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
And yeah, people have had enough of it, but given the new update from project lead Mark Rubin himself, this could very well be a new chapter for arena shooters altogether. The post itself reads as follows. As I mentioned in my previous post, we are currently in our final submission phase, and because we did the first submission, we're in a much better position to do well. Fucking Christ, this reads like a rap battle. Basically, this paragraph outlines that Microsoft and Sony are getting ready to release the game on their respective platforms. This wall of text basically says they found some issues in the game they want to patch before its final release, and their private quality assurance teams are the ones doing the work. They'll update us on progress whenever they feel like it. And the last paragraph is an apology for delaying the game, but they want you to know they're doing their best to stay transparent about the progress they're making. So this update outlines a couple of things. One, they are really close to shipping the final release, even though they don't have an official release date yet. And two, they're making a statement on how they really want to polish the game before it's released. And some people were upset with the delay, they just want it out so they can play it.
Give it to me, just give it!
But myself and many other people are happy about this, because it gives the devs much needed time to fix those issues. As of the last playtest, the game struggled with netcode and balance issues. It felt a bit unresponsive, and like bullets would occasionally phase through people. The alien robot face spider thing was a balance abomination. If you saw that thing running at you, you were fucking gone. The only other really viable class was the healer, whose abilities not only boosted your health, but your teammates as well. The Ultra ability basically made you temporarily invulnerable. The other classes and their respective abilities just didn't feel worth the low survivability that came with them. Of course, they each have their pros and cons, and depending on the situation, you might opt for something else, but the balancing is definitely off. The main guns I saw used in lobbies were the MP7 and the ACR. They pretty much had anybody beat in an engagement unless they have one-shot potential with a sniper or a shotgun. So, Ubisoft still has some work cut out for them, especially if they want to compete with a giant like Call of Duty. Contrary to the beliefs of other content creators, this delay could actually serve as a good sign for XDefiant. They listen to players' criticisms and are actively trying to iron out the kinks in their game. They also have an unwavering vision for how they want the game to look and feel. Skill-based matchmaking has caused a divide in players who want a casual experience with a mix between good and bad teammates and those who have a hard-on for virtual masochism. They've made their stance on it clear, with promises to have no skill-based matchmaking and casual. And for some reason, AAA titles love removing legacy features, like everything listed in this tweet. It's like they run out of ideas for things to add, so instead they just spin a wheel and start removing shit. Now, Mark has made it very clear that while he's working with a small team, their entire focus will remain on the functionality and core aspects of the game, a classic arena shooter, which means you won't have to worry about something being half-baked just because they're split between working on a battle royale mode. You get exactly what they're offering, no more, no less. So, what do I think will happen? I think they'll see some moderate success depending on when they launch the game. The delay might put it around the time Modern Warfare 3 drops, which if you watched my previous Titanfall video, you'd know sandwiching your game between established titles is a 2-brain cell move, but then again it's Ubisoft, so we'll see. Speaking of the last video, I'm glad you guys really liked it. Well, except for that one guy. If you haven't seen it yet, I put a link in the description. Also, about 11% of the viewers who watch my videos are subbed. That's about how many left-handed people there are in the world. Can we shoot for American divorce rates? Anyway, that's all there is for XDefiant so far. Okay, bye!